In this video, I'm going to be giving you the secrets of the pros. I'm going to show you how pro Madden players are able to tell what defense their opponent is in before the ball is ever snapped. And then I'm going to take this into an online head-to-head game so you can see it in action and how you can do it as well. So if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for when we drop new videos. With that, let's get into it. All right, let's read some defense. Now, this is just by far one of the most important things that you can learn as a Madden player. It's going to take you from an average player to a really good one instantly once you get this skill down. And in this video, I'm going to break down a 4-step simple formula that you're going to be able to follow every single time to be able to tell what defense your opponent is running before they ever even snap the football. Now, also, once you learn how to read defenses, you're going to have to know how to beat those defenses as well. So I did link down in the description a number of different videos that I have on beating all of these different defenses. They're full schemes, so you can follow exactly how to beat the defenses and what plays to run and how to run them and all those types of things. So first and foremost, though, we need to be able to identify the defenses in order to beat them. So let's get started with this. Now, step number 1 of this formula is we need to identify how many deep safeties our opponent has. So in this defensive formation here, you can see we have a single high deep safety. Now that's this guy right here. It's Kevin Byard. And the differences in what you might see is you might also see a defense where they have 2 high deep safeties. Now I must have moved this guy, but it'll look like this, okay? So we need to be able to tell when they have 2 high deep safeties and when they have 1 high deep safety. Now I'm just gonna go back to the original play here. And from here, if you see a single high deep safety, you should immediately be thinking they're either in a cover 3 zone or they're in cover 1 man. Realistically, those are the only 2 defensive formations or defensive sets that your opponent can be in. There are some obscure formations out there that have single high deep safeties with a cover 2 and a cover like 4 and stuff like that, but they're rare and they shouldn't be a rule of thumb. So again, you see single high deep safety, it's either cover 1 or it's cover 3 zone. Now, what you should be thinking from here is how do I tell the difference between them being in zone or man? So what we're going to look at here is one simple trick, which is step 2 of our formula, to be able to tell man or zone every single time. So here again, you can see we're in a man defense. Now I called a play that has an auto motion in it, but technically you can just motion somebody if you want, but pay attention to the B receiver, because when I snap the football here, he's going to run to the other side of the field. And what you're going to see is somebody's going to follow him when they're in man defense. So you can see the defender followed him from one side to the other. That tells us immediately that they're in man coverage. And that just allows us to say, all right, they're in man. I already know that. I'm going to look to a particular player on my play that is a man coverage beater. Okay. Now let's do the same thing. I'm going to run the same exact play, but now we're in a cover 3 zone. Okay. So when I run this auto motion now, you're going to see nobody follows him. So that's a dead giveaway that they're in zone defense. And again, because they have a single high deep safety there, we know that this is a cover 3 zone defense. Now I just want to show also, you don't need to like auto motion somebody like this. You can just manually motion somebody. So you can see I move him to the other side, nobody followed him. And because of that, I know that it's a cover 3 zone. Okay, so super simple from that standpoint. Now, the next thing I want to show you here, though, is technically not part of the steps, but it's a pro tip. And this is just kind of reading the alignment of your opponent's defense here. So on the offensive side of the football, I came out in a formation that has an unbalanced look. So what that means is we have 3 receiving threats to the left, and we technically only have 2 to the right. So we've got a tight end and a running back. Now, if we draw a line right down the middle of the field, like from the safety through the center, through the quarterback here, and we count the number of defenders that are left of that line and the number of defenders that are right of that line, you're going to see there's 5 defenders to the left and there's 5 defenders to the right. And what that means is this is a zone defense every single time. What I will show you here is if I audible to man coverage, and again, because we have an unbalanced offensive set, you're going to see if we draw that same line down the middle, there's now 4 defenders on the right and there's 6 defenders on the left. That's another dead giveaway that your opponent's in man coverage. So again, because we have a single high deep safety here and we have more defenders on the left versus the right, we can probably assume pretty safely that they're in man defense. And again, if we run some type of auto motion play, or if we just motion somebody, again, we're going to get that reaction. We're going to know they're in man every single time. So that is a really simple way of just telling man or zone in a single high deep safety read. But next, we have to talk about dual high deep safeties. All right, now with dual high or two high deep safeties, we need another set of rules to follow, because this could technically be a number of different coverages. They could be in a cover 4, a cover 6, a cover 9, cover 2 man, and we need to be able to tell what defense they're in order to put the right play on the field. So for this, we're going to use step number 3 of this formula, and that is reading cornerback depth. So you can see here, if I zoom out, we still have our two high deep safeties, but now we're going to pay attention to the outside corners, which are this guy and this guy right here. So what we're going to look at is how far off the line of scrimmage they're playing. And you can see both of them are playing about 8 to 9 yards off the line of scrimmage, right in that area. Whenever you see the outside corners about 8 to 9 yards off the line of scrimmage, you should be thinking they're either in a deep quarter, which typically means a cover 4 zone, or they're in a deep third, which means they're in a cover 3 zone. And because we don't have a single high deep safety, we have a dual high deep safety here. That probably means this is a cover 4 zone defense, right? So pretty simple. Now, things change when we audible to a different play. Now you can see here, we still have two high deep safeties, but now pay attention to where the corners are. You can see they're playing about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage here, so they're no longer that 8 to 9 yard depth. Whenever you see this, this is a dead giveaway that they're in a cover 2 zone. All right, so two high deep safeties about 5 yards off, cover 2 zone. Let's just mix it up and go to something different now. Now you can see here, we have two high deep safeties, but look where the corners are playing now. They're now essentially in press alignment on our solo outside receiver, and they moved a lot closer on our bunch side. This is a dead giveaway that they're in cover 2 man defense, because again, we have the two high deep safeties, but now we essentially have man alignment from our defensive perspective. Now, some match defenses will line up like that, but for the most part, you're going to see it look like this in cover 2 man. Now, let's just give you one more look here. And now we're going to look at this. So you can see here, we've got two high deep safeties again, but now look at the corners, and do pay attention to which is the right corner here on the right side. But you can see the one on the left is playing about 5 yards off. And then this corner right here, which is the actual cornerback, he's not the slot corner, he's playing about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. So that means we've got probably what, a cover 2 on the left, and we've got a cover 4 on the right. Yes, that's exactly right. We have a cover 6 defense. We've got a cover 2 on the left side and a cover 4 on the right side. So this is going to tell you everything you need to know. This is one of the easiest ways to tell what defensive coverage your opponent's in. But the next thing we need to do is what happens when our opponent comes out and they immediately press. So that takes away our cornerback depth read, and we need to be able to make an adjustment to that. So next, I'm going to show you exactly what to do when your opponent comes out and runs press coverage. All right, now we're going to talk about what to do when your opponent comes out and they immediately press their coverage. Obviously, we can't use step number 3 of the formula because there is no cornerback depth to look at, but we can now use step number 4, which is cornerback alignment, to still tell us every single type of coverage they're in. Now, this specific tip will help if you have a solo receiver, or at least an outside receiver. So you can see we're going to look at number 3 here. He is going to be key to telling us everything we need to know. The bunch will help on the right side, but that left side receiver is really, really going to help us out. So first thing here, we're just going to show this type of coverage. Again, you can see we have two high deep safeties, and we're going to look at the alignment of the cornerback in regards to our receiver. Now you can see that cornerback on the left in front of number 3, he is playing directly in front of our receiver. And what you're going to see whenever your opponent has a corner pressed and they're playing directly in front of a receiver, that is going to tell you that they're either in a deep third or they're in a deep quarter. So a deep third would be a cover 3, a deep quarter would be a cover 4. Now again, because we have two high deep safeties, we are likely not looking at a cover 3 defense. So that means this is a cover 4 zone defense, okay? Now I'm going to change the play here. And you're going to see if we do this again and I press, now look at the cornerback alignment on the left side. Now he is playing outside leverage. Whenever you see press coverage at outside leverage, you should be thinking, again, because we have two high deep safeties, that this is going to be a cover 2 zone defense. Again, we're reading the alignment of that corner and he's telling us everything we need to know. We're going to look at the next one now. And again, I'm going to press, and again, take a look at where the cornerback moved to. He's now playing inside leverage. Again, when you see two high deep safeties with inside leverage, you should always be thinking this is man coverage, and because we have two deep safeties, it is cover 2 man coverage. Again, Really, really easy to do this once you know what to look for. So that is essentially how you're going to read cornerback alignment, but it does really, really help to have the solo receiver over there because he's going to give you the easiest way of looking at this and tell you the most information. So with that, that is what you need to know in order to read every single defense in the game before the ball is snapped. But now I want to take this into an online head-to-head game so you can see it in action and see how you can do it as well. And now that you know how to read defenses, if you want to see the full scheme I'm running down here where I show you exactly how to beat every single defense in the game, you can find that on WinMadden.com. Now let's get to the gameplay. All right, here we go. So we're gonna start the ball. We're gonna start with the ball on offense, and we're playing against somebody else at the Vikings, but we're the ones in the white uniforms. So don't mind playing another Minnesota fan though. That's cool. Maybe we just take this to the crib to get the game started. That'd be nice. We'll take that. Good return. All right, so I see single high deep safety here. So immediately I'm thinking this is either cover 1 man or it's cover 3 zone. I'm just gonna go to one of my universal beaters here. Ends up being cover 3. It might have been a cover 2 even. That was cover 3, I think. I just made that read way too late. I don't know if this is a bomb cover 3 match, but we're certainly going to try. It will. And 7-0. So single high deep safety is just telling us exactly what he's in. Makes it pretty easy. Sometimes people will go back and forth between like a cover 1 and cover 3, making it a little bit more difficult. But right there, I mean, we just all day we're going to be able to hit that. Good tackle. I just missed him. Oh, got him with the strip though. Missed him on the dive tackle, got him with the user strip. Looks like he's out of here, so that might have been a quick one. All right, so we're gonna start the game on defense here. Going against Cryptic Frosty, which is a Packers fan, which makes me want to beat him all the more. As a Vikings fan who doesn't have a team that looks all that good this year. But hey, perfect. Landed just inside the goal line there. We'll take that. Oh, where? Put your arms up. No, good D. Good sack, we got him. He blocked. Good swat. He blocked. Nope. All right, good D. He did try to bomb us though. He would have had us if he would have made an accurate throw there. Are you in Mug? Or are you in mid blitz? You are. All right. Take 4 yards on first down though. Let's see where he guards here. So that's just a dead tell he's in man. I mean, he had all his defenders on our bunch side, nobody on the non-bunch side. Dead giveaway. Like, we're going to a corner out to that side every single time until he proves that he can stop it. So quick 7-0, got a stop and a score. I mean, what you got out of here? Pick. Let's go. Good defense. Oh, we're going the wrong way. It's either cover 1 or cover 3 here. It's probably a cover 3. I do like to just try to test these a little bit with the RPO just to see what he's actually in. It's a cover 3. So again, pretty easy money going down the field here. So it could be cover 3 again. Wish I didn't have 2 tight ends in. Let's see though. There's man. We get to the outside though. Justin Jefferson's gone, and we're up 14-0. Already got 2 stops, 2 scores, and looks like he's out of here. So again, pretty solid offensive game plan there. Pretty easy to read some of these defense that some of these players are doing, but that's exactly how you do it in game. Now that you know how to read defense, you need to be able to beat those defenses as well. So if you like this video, you should check out this video next, where I show you the most overpowered offense in Madden 26.